My name is Erica Wagner, and this is the second year I've been a judge of this prize. I'm a writer, I'm an editor, and I'm a friend of David and Sylvia, who I'm delighted to say invited me to take part in this prize a couple of years ago, and I've been thrilled to do it not once, but now twice. Well, I suppose what I've seen is that even in the 2 years that have passed, publishing is changing. Publishing is changing all the time. And it's very clear that while nobody knows anything, what they certainly know is that the old patterns are not going to work anymore. And I think that in the long run, that will be of great benefit to writers, because I don't see why anybody should be limited by the form that they want to write in. When things can appear online, things can be printed on demand. There are so many different ways for stories to appear these days that I think that's very good for the novella, just as it's really very good for anyone who wants to be adventurous with their writing.
Great.
Well, it's very exciting to read work that you absolutely don't know anything about, other than the fact that it's not published, but you don't know who it's by, you don't know where the person is from, you don't know whether they're a man or a woman. And in a way, even if you do a lot of reading, as I do, and think of yourself as an accomplished critic, an accomplished judge, you know, it does kind of put you on your mettle and makes you really think again about what your criteria are, how you judge whether something is working, particularly because, and I think it's, you know, it's definitely the case, I think we all agreed this year with Svetlana's story, Damn Duchess, you know, it's a very unusual piece of writing. So with a piece of writing like that, you really have to ask yourself, what's this doing? How is it doing it? You know, it's not something that's anywhere in the middle of anything. And so looking at something like that with nothing to go on, no publisher's imprint, no editor's imprint, no agent saying to you, you've never heard of this person, but you've got to read it. It's a very pure experience of reading, and that's another delightful thing about doing this prize.
Right.
I would say that except for the criteria of length, don't think about the prize. Don't ever try and imagine what judges want or what you think they're looking for, because the one thing they're looking for is the thing that they've never seen before, and that might be you, but it will only be you if it's really your voice. And I guess also the final thing I would say is a general piece of advice, which I have found very useful even if I haven't always followed it, and it comes from an American writer called Nora Roberts, who publishes 4 or 5 books a year. I think she's written hundreds of books now in many different genres. And she has one rule of writing, and that is ass on the chair. And you just have to do it. Don't wait to be inspired. Don't think the muse will come and visit you. Do it. That's all.